Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today I'm going to continue the music theory series right here at BusyWorksBeats.com/music theory. I'm going to show you music theory needed for loop making. So if you want loops to sound like this, okay, and you can download this loop for free along with a ton of loops at www.producercommunity.net. We're building up a new platform for producers to expand. And the key thing, so if you look at this loop right here, it's labeled Helio 140 BPM GB. You're like, what does that B stand for? It stands for, it's a flat symbol. It stands for flat. So it stands for G flat, major. Unless you see a little M after this, it means minor. So if it said GBM or GBMIN, it would stand for G flat minor. Whenever you don't see the M or the MIN, it means major. Okay, so how do we check? So sometimes people label it with the wrong key. So this is why I recommend a plugin called Scalar. You can use website tools for this, but I found that this one's a little more accurate. So let's open up Scalar. We're gonna switch it to a grand piano. Okay. And we're just gonna play notes until we map out the entire scale. Now, also keep in mind, if you're understanding what I'm saying, the tuning, it's just like when I pick up a guitar, I have to tune it. Sometimes stuff is not tuned to 440 hertz or to concert pitch. So no matter what key you play, it'll sound out of key. So sometimes you have to understand tuning as well. So we're gonna hit record. Okay, and then we have G flat major is one of the options, or also the E flat minor scale. So for the most part, when you're dealing with scales, you're going to be talking about the minor or the major. Rarely are you going to be talking about the modes like Mixolydian, Phrygian, Lydian, all the other modes. So when you're labeling stuff in your loop making process, try to keep it to major or minor, unless you're going out to some exotic scale, like the modes and the exotic scales, because it's going to be harder for the user to actually know what the heck is going on. And last time I checked, Auto-Tune didn't have modes inside the Auto-Tune. So you got to think of like the end person using your thing. So this is what I mean by music theory for loop makers, because if you didn't know that, you would make all these complicated scales and then nobody could use your stuff if they wanted to. So that's the system you're going to have to use. Also, you want to label it with the BPM. This is extremely key, because if I switch this up to, let's put it at, well, this one, yeah. Let's do it like this. So 156. Now when people drop it into your DAW and they hit the metronome, it's gonna be off beat. And they're like, what is going on? So one thing you wanna do is label the loop so that they can change the BPM of the project before they drop it into the project. So this says 140 BPM right on the label, and it says G flat. So now I know the notes I should use are these notes, and I should play it at this specific tempo of 140. So if I wanted to add music over top of this, let's just pull up, let's pull up Hermes. Okay, so Hermes synth is developed by my team over at BusyWorksBeats.com. Let's just add some bells. We're gonna create an update soon for Hermes, so look out for that. So I'm using that. And let's go back to Scalar, figure out the notes we used. I think you can drag the scale. I might be wrong. You might not be able to drag the scale. Figure out if we could drag the scale. Either way, even if we can't drag the scale, let's map out these notes. So we have E flat. Let's go to piano roll. Now, for those who don't know what E flat is, I'm going to show you what that means. So whenever you see this little B icon, it stands for flat. Whenever you see like a little hashtag, that means sharp. That means you're going to pull up a note. Flat means you pull it down. So E flat means E down, below E. So we have E flat, aka D sharp. So in FL, you're going to see sharps as opposed to flats. That's why I'm telling you the flat versus sharp thing. So again, E flat means you go down. Sharp, the hashtag, means you go up. So it's called D up, okay? Or E down, okay? So we're just going one down from E or D up one. So in this case, we're going down from E, and then F. Then we have G flat, aka G down. And I'm saying G down so you understand the direction. Then we have A flat or A down one. Then we have B flat or B down one. C flat, which is C down one. and then D flat, which is D down 1. Okay, so now we have the scale mapped out. Now we can add music over top of this loop. So we're going to drag this to the right just as a reference. I like to keep it here as a reference. Okay. Now, no matter, as long as we use these notes, they're going to sound good over top of this melody. So let's drag this in. Okay, so you just follow the scale. I do this even when I'm playing improv over different songs. You just got to find the scale and just kind of go up and down the scale. Boom. And now you know what the next note should be, because all I'm doing is just following this pathway. Boom. Okay, and your brain will tell you the next note also. So you go boom, and then you find the note that sounds like boom in the scale. Boom, boom. Okay, and you could just repeat. Now I did a very simple melody. More of a supportive harmonization than a melody. But let's say you wanted to turn it into a deeper melody. So I'm going to just show you a couple things and then we'll wrap this video up. So smash the like button if you're enjoying this information. You can go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory to learn a lot of music theory for free. Okay. And we give out free chord code charts and a bunch of stuff to help you out. So now I know what notes to add or potential notes to add. Boom. And as long as they're as long as they're in this scale, we'll be fine. Now it's a little cloudy because we're like overtaking the melody, but hopefully you get the concept. Okay, now you can add all the effects to kind of wash it in the background. See how it just sits well? Okay, so that's how you use music theory to make loops and add on to loops. So thank you for watching. You can learn a lot more. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory if you want these loops for free. And we have a ton of loops for free. We're going to build up a massive community. Just go to www.producercommunity.net and join over, I think we have over 9,500 producers right now joining in. So just go to www.producercommunity.net. Thank you. Peace.